Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we'll talk about smart lights and smart switches. From my experience in various Facebook Xiaomi smart home groups and internet forums on Xiaomi, I came to the conclusion that a lot of beginners in smart home don't really understand how all of this works and often ask questions. What switches do they need with bulbs or ceiling lights, etc. So I hope this video might clarify things a bit. First of all, you must understand how smart lights work. They are mostly Wi-Fi devices, even though there are also Zigbee bulbs, but like 99% connect to the Wi-Fi directly. That means that you don't need anything else to operate them. Once they are on your Wi-Fi, you can use your phone, which is also on your Wi-Fi, to control the lights. Of course, this is a bit impractical, so if you really decide to replace all your bulbs at home with smart lights, you will also need some switches. There are two major types of switches, wireless and wired. These both need something called a gateway. Switches work on protocol called Zigbee, so they need a bridge or a hub to the Wi-Fi network in order to communicate with the lights. And that bridge is a gateway, sometimes also called the hub. The switch sends command through Zigbee to the gateway, and then the gateway, which is connected both to the Zigbee network and to the Wi-Fi network, resends these commands to the Wi-Fi network to the specified bulb. If the bulb is not on Wi-Fi but on Zigbee, then the gateway sends command through Zigbee to the bulb. But Zigbee lights are not that common, so we'll concentrate on Wi-Fi lights. So if you have smart lights, you will need wireless switches, because in order to work, these lights need to be always on. Even if they're not lit up, they still need to be connected to the Wi-Fi network, and if you turn them off by classic switch, they would become inaccessible and thus become dumb lights. So the next question is, why are there wired smart switches at all? Well, they exist for the possibility that you want to keep your old dumb lights and control them like smart ones. Instead of the light connecting to the Wi-Fi, you put smart switch in between, which really cuts the power to the lights. But switch itself is still powered on and working and connected to the gateway, so it provides the connectivity to the lights. So to sum it up, if you want to replace your lights, use smart bulbs, smart desk lamps, smart ceiling lights. You have to use smart wireless switches. If you want to keep your existing non-smart lights, you need a wired switch. Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages of wireless switches with smart lights versus wired switches with dumb lights? First of all, with wired switches, you can only turn the light on or off. You cannot control the brightness, temperature, or color. The second disadvantage is that you cannot control wired switches from Google Home, so that means no voice control. With smart lights, you can tell Google Home Mini to turn the lights on or off, set the brightness, or change color. So the most common use scenario for wired switches with classical dumb lights is somewhere where you don't need this functionality, like a toilet, a bathroom, or a closet. In living room, bedroom, etc., I'd always prefer to use smart lights because of the possibilities to set brightness, temperature, and color, and be able to control them with a voice. Now, to make things a bit more complicated, there are also switches which don't work over Zigbee. They work over something called BLE, which stands for Bluetooth Low Energy. If you buy ceiling lights, you will get remote control with it. Those remotes work on BLE and only work with ceiling lights which support BLE. You don't need a gateway, you don't need Wi-Fi. They send commands directly through BLE to the ceiling light. There is also Smart Dimmer by Yeelight, which also works on BLE. A lot of confusion exists because it looks a lot like classical switch, but this one works only with ceiling lights which support BLE, so that means you cannot use it to turn the smart bulbs with it. Okay, so let's make things even more complicated. There is a version of Yeelight Dimmer which also works on BLE, but is wired instead of wireless. It also works only with ceiling lights, but has the huge advantage that it doesn't power the light completely, just sends the command through BLE and keeps the ceiling light Wi-Fi module on. And another great feature is that they have small switch with which you can completely shut down the light, like if it was really powered off. This is needed sometimes if you need to reset your light, or could come in handy if you're going on vacation, etc. So to sum it all up, if you use smart lights, use wireless Zigbee switches. If you have ceiling lights with BLE, you can also use E-light dimmer or remote controller. If you use classic dumb lights, use smart switches that are wired. Okay, thanks for watching, and if you like my channel, please subscribe.